We have finally arrived. It has been quite some time since it has been quite some time since this direct has come out. I have thankfully avoided any spoilers about what could be in here. The only thing I know is that there's no Pokemon content. Because of that, I'm not going to do a Totodile hunt today. Partially because there's no Pokemon content, and partially because I don't want to do a raid to get Urban Mystica to hunt for Totodile, who's not going to show up anyway. Just for me to get a shiny Bruxish in the process. So, we're instead going to be changing up that idea. I have a list of some of my favorite Switch-only games that came out. It's not all of them. I couldn't find all of them. Like, just thinking about it, I couldn't think of all of them. But I have some of my favorites. Some of the ones that I really like the most that stood out. So we're going to be ranking those once we finish this direct. But until then, let's go. Let me get you guys aligned real quick, actually. Hang on. I'm trying to click in here. There we go. Let me try and... There we go. Perfect. This is the first ever Switch 2 Direct. We've been hyping this up for a while. Let's see what happens. Hello, Wolfie. Hello, Tyler. Gaming. Oh, already we're getting Mario Kart. Okay, I need to see Pauline. That's the only thing I care about. Pauline is my playable character in Mario games now. I need to see Pauline.
Let's go.
He's so small. Also, the track is fucking huge. There she is! There. Hang on. Alright, I've been satisfied. Alright. We'll see how this controls in comparison to Mario Kart 8. I'll probably play it a little bit on stream. Probably not like as much as I would other games, but I'll try it. I don't know how to feel about the Donkey Kong, but the fact that Pauline's in the game means that's all I really need. I have my playable character. I'm curious if they're gonna... Do they still have customizable carts? It looks like it. Because I couldn't imagine all of these being like the specific carts for each one. I guess some of... What the fuck? Parkour? Is that a cow? Why? They got new power-ups? Hold up, this is fucking cool! What? They get costume changes mid-fight? Does it like change things? Oh, this game looks cool as shit! And the tracks are fucking huge! Mario Kart World. Huh. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, the kart core was pretty fucking
I'm the
cool.
producer for
I don't know,
Nintendo
I saw
Switch 2.
Pauline, that was all I needed.
I'm Takuhiro Dota.
I'm glad that it seems like they're making her just like a character that shows up in all of the Mario games now. Because her appearance in Odyssey was what made me like, oh yeah, she's my favorite Mario character
launching
now.
exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Confusing.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series.
I feel like that
launching
this Mario Kart
exclusively
game
on the
is
Nintendo
going to
Switch
be
2
like
system.
insane competitively and
Welcome
really
to this
fun
vast
casually.
world. Kart races
Vast
are held
world?
throughout various regions that span the globe.
Wait, is there gonna be like a free roam?
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Is there gonna be like a free roam story mode?
And in this Mario Kart game, You can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's absurd.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Okay, it's not at all like the other games
But
then.
don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in
There's a
each
Buzzy
race,
Beetle. That's the car I
most
like to
in
use a
series
lot.
history,
Okay, yeah, they do have
competition is
customizable
gearing up.
cars because he's in a bike. So we still have that.
Introducing Knockout
British
Tour.
King Boo? Yeah, I did see him with the monocle.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Oh, it's like a
There
lockout
are
mode. That's
multiple
cool.
checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
That's pretty cool.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
The animations are pretty cool too. Free roam. Yeah, there is a free. That's fucking. That's absurd.
Free roam.
Wait, go back. Did you see the duck enemy as a playable character? Wait, duck enemy. Hang on. I see the dolphin.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Was it back here?
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement
Yeah, the
shown when
dolphin.
you hit
I
a
see the
checkpoint,
dolphin.
You'll be eliminated.
This is really cool
Can
looking,
you make it all
actually.
the way to the finish line?
The duck enemy from Sunshine. I didn't ever
You
play
also freely
Sunshine, to
drive
be
around
fair.
this vast world
Well, I did, but I
free
didn't
roam.
play it a lot.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you.
Bro, the
You can
fucking
also go
water
for
physic
scenic
was
drives
cool.
with friends, and even take photos together at different
Oh, that's
locations.
cute. I actually like that a lot. I like that a lot. I hope that the Switch 2 can handle it. There's the duck. I see. Or no, that's Penguin. That was Penguin. That was a Penguin from Mario 64. I guess they're from like some of the games too.
A
Nabbit's
brand new
actually
race
playable
across
now.
The entire world starts here.
How many playable
Mario
characters are
Kart
in this?
World. The game launches on the same day as
Yeah, there's
Nintendo
Penguin.
Switch 2.
It launches on the.
More
Okay, so it's
details
probably a
about this
release
title will
thing
be
with the
shared
Switch
in
2
an
then.
upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information.
They're making a direct for specifically the Mario Kart game.
Mario Kart
Why?
World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Sure, why not?
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. This is the part that's only gonna
These
matter
are
to
the
me.
Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Is this the stuff about them being used as a mouse?
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
What does it do?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
What does the C button do? Boop. What? Is this a psychological horror? Yeah, what about Joy-Con drift?
So quick.
She's playing Mario Kart already. What the hell? They've got voice chat now.
No.
Okay. I'm not like I'm not, like,
Introducing
impressed.
Voice Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Nintendo.
Follow you? Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not impressed because like every other company is
While
like
using the game chat
way
feature,
ahead of you.
Your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
look at this. Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow? Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's
And
opaque.
You need
you
a
can use
Discord
this feature
partnership.
in
Yeah, they
handheld
straight up
mode
just
too,
have the
letting you
Discord
easily
call
chat
thing.
with friends and family.
Well,
open the
Discord's
chat
already
menu,
partnered with
turn on game screen
PlayStation
sharing.
actually, I think.
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
I think that's part of it.
Also share your game screen. Did you see
That game screen did not look like it was done. The sharing of game screens does not look like it works very well. It doesn't seem like it makes the game lag, but also this is just like a representation of it. I guarantee it's not done yet.
You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's
Yeah.
hard, right? It's tough.
Every other console can do that, Nintendo. I just assumed that Nintendo would never have in-game party chat because
So cute.
I assumed that they would never have in-game
You
party
can
chat
adjust the size
to,
of your game
you know,
screen.
avoid adults like talking with kids because it's a more kid-friendly console generally. And most of the games you don't really need a shit
Or
ton of
expand another
coordination.
friend's game screen.
It does not become higher quality when it gets expanded. Is really funny.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride. So everyone can watch them play.
I'm more excited about the wall ride in Mario Kart. That looks way cooler than the actual voice chat. The voice chat feature just looks like Discord, but not as good.
Let's take a picture here.
Like I'll just continue opening Discord calls. I'm more excited about the stuff they're showing for Mario Kart,
On the
unironically.
right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
So the C button is how you
With
open the
C
voice
button,
chat.
You can pull up a chat menu.
Okay.
Actually,
Wall ride. Yeah, it's not really a wall ride. It was like a grind more than anything. Call it carcore. Fair.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
No, I'm not buying that. I'm not fucking buying that.
Hey!
It literally is a Zoom call.
Hi.
It's a
how's
fucking
everyone
Zoom
doing?
call.
Good?
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game. Face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good. Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind, guys.
There you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like
What the
this.
fuck?
Oh,
They're including it in the games? I mean, that's more fun actually. Too
Using
many
Game Chat,
accessories. There's only one
even
accessory.
when you're
It's the
apart, You can
camera.
play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room.
I mean,
Play
it's
together
kind of
or
cool.
compete in online multiplayer
I could see it
games.
being a fun thing to do if you have like
Chat
a
while playing
little
your personal
family game, but at the
favorites.
same time, like for the most part, for most of the people who play on the Switch,
Decide
they
your
just play
own
single player
rules
games
for a
anyway.
retro game competition.
Or they play with friends in the
Or hold a
house.
sports
Like I typically when I
competition
play the
between
Switch, I
families.
play it like with
All
someone who
together,
is
anytime,
in my room
anywhere.
hanging out with me. Like
Game
we
Chat.
just pull up like either we both have a Switch with like local or
What did you think?
we play with like different controllers.
In developing
But
Game
generally,
Chat, our goal was for
it's
you
not
to
like a
enjoy
thing where
playing
I play it
online
online
others
with
more
people a lot
closely,
anyway, so this part
including
doesn't really
family and
matter as much to me.
friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw
I don't
in the
want to
trailer
skip
is the
though because
Nintendo
it gives me
Switch 2
time to
camera,
actually formulate my thoughts.
which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm not shocked about that.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
That's not shocking either.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
And just
We
make it
hope you'll try
permanent
it out.
at that point. Ends March 31st,
Additionally,
2026.
Game Chat supports
When does the
Nintendo
Switch 2 come
Parental
out?
Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example,
Okay, there we go. Parental
permission is
controls
always
lets you turn it
required when
off.
A child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
Or turn it on with specifically friends. Okay.
We'd like to introduce
See, that was
another
the
new
one thing I
experience
was
you can share
concerned
with
about,
family
was
and
like,
friends.
so children are just going to be able to play with
On Nintendo
like
Switch, even if
fucking
you just have one
adults
game,
and
you
have
can
game
pass a
chat where
Joy-Con
they can
controller
show
to a
their
friend and
face.
play together.
That doesn't
On
go very
Nintendo Switch
well.
2, you can
But
play
no, if you
together
have like a
locally on
parental
multiple
control thing,
systems
then it's on the
using
parents
just
at
one
that point.
game with Game Share. As
Game
shown
Share?
here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system.
Okay, that's
Share
actually a
games
good
with up to
addition.
3 other systems at a time.
Why are they playing Rip-Off Uno?
Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat. which we showed earlier.
Okay, you know what?
GameShare
You know
can
what?
easily be used with compatible games. This feature is
Yeah,
planned for
yeah, I
several
like that.
titles,
I like that a
starting
lot.
with the
We
free
we
update
give props to
Clubhouse
that.
game
That's a
Fable
good
Worldwide
addition.
on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch.
Of course,
so
but
we
like,
hope you'll
yeah,
look forward to
hell
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
Up next,
That's a good one. They looked like they
let's
struggled to
review
put the thing
Nintendo
on.
Switch 2 system itself. Please take a look.
I want to see games right now, mostly. Yep, okay.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen.
Bro, the
Here's
Mario
how that
Kart in the
compares to
water
Nintendo
looks
Switch.
fucking
The
cool.
system's thickness
I'm more
remains the
excited
same.
about the Mario Kart.
With
I really
approximately
like the
double
gameplay look
pixels
for the
compared to
Mario game.
Switch,
That looks
You can
fun.
enjoy games in greater
Shit.
detail on the 1080p screen.
Okay, that's better. Up
The
to
screen supports
120.
up to 120 frames per second,
Up
allowing
to.
for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Up to. HDR
The
support.
LCD
We'll
screen
see.
is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
We'll have to see how this goes. Magnetically?
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
I feel like that
Detach your
could make a
controller
break really easily,
by
but
pressing the
whatever.
release button on the back.
If it still can't run Fortnite without sounding like an airplane, I might crash out. Yeah, I tried playing
SL
Fortnite on the
and
Switch
SR
like
buttons
once
are
ever.
bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2
Thank
held
fuck.
horizontally.
That's a good addition. That's a good change. The SLs and
The
the
left and right
little
sticks
S sticks
are
were
now
awful.
larger.
Okay. There's the mouse control.
Each
Yeah, we knew about
Joy-Con
this.
2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
This is pretty big, actually. The concept of mouse controls, I do want to talk about that real quick. The concept of mouse controls is pretty huge for a for like a console. Like having a built-in mouse for a console is pretty crazy. What about drift? Man, they're not going to address the drift because they have no way of knowing how the wear is going to be right now. Like that's just about that's just about like wear and tear. Like they can't really say like, "Oh yeah, and Joy-Con drift is guaranteed to be better." But like mouse controls is pretty huge because that makes it so that a lot more developers can put their games in the Switch too, and then just like have them be like PC games anyway, but just develop it with the mouse, and you know you can just have it use the mouse. Can you hear my dog when she barks? Is she really that loud?
Adjusting the audio
Jesus
balance
Christ.
between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld
Oh, yes, that
and
was her.
tabletop modes.
PS5 is the trackpad
It
thing.
has a built-in microphone,
PS5's
so you
trackpad
can
is
voice
dog
chat
shit.
with friends anytime via game chat.
Using
Also
the controller as an
uses
actual
voice
mouse is
technology
going to work a
filter
lot better.
sounds, so your voice will
Most
come through
likely.
clearly.
We'll see how that works.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
That could be nice. Oh fuck yeah! This was the best thing they announced when they actually announced the Switch. How the stand worked. Good God!
Freely, like this.
This should have just been how the Switch launched. 2 USB-Cs.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Just so that you don't have to
It's
plug it
handy
into the
for
bottom every
connecting
time.
A USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's pretty good. How is noise 3D? Like if you use it as like a thing. It still looks
Nintendo
flimsy.
Switch 2
It looks a lot
comes
less
with
flimsy because it's
256
actually like
gigabytes of internal
solid.
storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
Bigger storage doesn't matter as much because games are getting bigger, so we'll see how that actually matters. in the
Reading
long
and
run.
writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
We'll actually see how this works. Fan ventilation for powerful cooling. We'll see
The
how this
Nintendo
actually
Switch 2
works.
dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Oh,
This
that's
helps
actually really
keep
good.
Performance stable.
That's a good thing. Yeah, the dock was just kind of a box before. If it has a fan in it, that actually does help.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
I will say the one thing I got spoiled on a little bit was I saw like people were talking about a list of games that wouldn't be compatible. Most of the games that aren't compatible, like that we know aren't compatible, are games that you could just play on other consoles anyway. Or that you can play on like the PC or something. Like you just rather play it somewhere else anyway. Like one of them was like Another Crab's Treasure.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This
Cult
is
of the
Nintendo
Lamb?
Switch 2
I can
Welcome
check
Tour,
later.
exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Actually, I'll check now. I'll check on my phone.
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
Is this just Astro's Playroom but for
There
the
are
Switch?
a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
I'm checking right
There are
now.
secrets to
I don't
discover,
really care about
even
this
as you're
anyway,
playing
so I'm just.
mini-games and tech demos. Some
Is
of the
Mouse
secrets
Minecraft
range
and
from the
Terraria
unique
so
features of
compatible?
the
I
system
think I know at
to
least
tiny details you
Minecraft. I
might
think
not notice
was.
until they're pointed out. There are plenty.
And some of these they're not compatible now, but they're being fixed.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same
I'm
day
checking
as
Cult of the
Nintendo
Lamb
Switch
for you
2.
though.
So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Cult of the Lamb is fine.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red.
And
it has
Terraria
much
and
faster data
Minecraft
reading
are
speeds.
also fine. They're not on the list, so you're good.
Next up is additional storage.
It's not that they're ditching them; it's that they're
Switch 2
working on
will
them.
only work with
Like they
micro SD
currently
express
have
cards.
issues, but they're trying to work on it.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Okay, I don't believe you, but whatever.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
That's annoying. That's stupid.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more.
Yeah, I would
We're
assume
also
something like that.
releasing a new Pro Controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and GR buttons, which
Those
you can
exist-
use to assign existing button controls.
Those exist on every fucking controller I've bought for these. Maybe all the ones I've been buying are fan made, but I have those little extra buttons on mine. Also, I have a little plug-in for the aux cord, so now it does actually work like a PlayStation controller.
In addition, an audio jack
Yeah, there
has
it
been
is.
added.
Let me
We've
find my
introduced
controller
a
real
few new
quick.
features, and
in
after
here?
today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch
Trying
2
to find it
website
without
will
unplugging.
go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very
Yeah, I
much
have it,
looking
I have
forward
it.
to the day when you all get to experience it.
That's me clicking
Please
those
wait
buttons.
Just a bit longer.
There's like a
Now,
Breath of the Wild based
broadly
controller.
on
So-
Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of
Maybe
games.
that's just like the default one has that now, but
First
whatever.
type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Wait, 3 games?
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
Just like games that are Switch 2,
The second type
then games
is
that are
compatible
compatible, then games that
were
are
released
upgraded
on
is my
Nintendo
guess.
Switch. Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch
okay.
2 edition games are the third type.
Will we get them for
Some
free
games
if we
that were
own the
released
game
on
already?
Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals,
Or
unique
discounted
ways to
rates?
play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo
Jamboree
Switch 2
TV.
edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a
Will
look.
we get a discounted rate for it if we already own the game? Because if not, there's going to be problems.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting
At
an
bare minimum,
upgrade
it should
on
only be
Nintendo
like a
Switch
little
2.
bit.
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new
If it's an
features.
expansion and I have to pay like a DLC
Mouse
price for
controls,
it, that's fine.
audio recognition,
That's cool.
more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
I need them to announce
Let's
something
check out
regarding
3
the
new and
price.
updated modes.
Because I'm not going to give you
First up
$60
is
again
Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the
for
festivities.
the same game that I've already
You'll
bought.
be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or
Someone just starts flipping the others off. I just like to imagine someone does like the Chris Pratt like crank up the middle finger.
Team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2. Hit blocks to collect.
Oh, that's kind of
points.
cool actually. That's fun.
Guide an RC car with your voice. Go. And compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound.
I feel like that's gonna be finicky and
Take
just
a
like
ride
super
on the mouse
generic,
controlled
but it's
Carnival
fun.
Coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
You got the little wonder flower
Use
at the
mouse
end.
controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini games. How quickly can you reach the station?
Okay, I probably
From
won't buy that.
minigames that use a
Even if it
camera,
is like,
the
even if it
built-in
is like a
microphone,
extra thing.
mouse controls, and rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree.
It's not
Nintendo
$60.
Switch
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
Plus
Let's see
Jamboree
some things. Let's see some things. Let's read this. Okay, it doesn't say anything regarding
TV
price.
Launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who
Upgrade by
already own
purchasing an
Super
upgrade pack. Does an upgrade... Okay, it looks like it's literally just a DLC thing. That's fine. If they are adding actual content to the game, if they're going to make us charge a smaller amount to upgrade it, as long as the smaller amount isn't like $40. But if it's like $20 or $10 or 15 or something like that, like a reasonable price, then I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fair. You're adding actual content, so it's basically just buying a DLC for an upgraded version, and also
Mario Party Jamboree.
it'll still
and
be
upgrade
available.
to
Like, I'm
Nintendo
assuming it'll
Switch
still
2
probably be
edition plus
compatible.
Jamboree TV by purchasing an
You
upgrade
just-
pack.
It's just a little bit
Please look
more if you
forward
want
to a new
boosted
Mario Party
features.
experience, where you can see each other's reactions
So you can
while
choose to
playing.
actually get it. That's fine.
Let's
I'm fine
continue
with that
presenting
then.
some
I
more
don't. I'm
Nintendo
not
Switch
like
2
angry
edition
about it.
games.
I'm sure there are some people who probably are. Hey, you know what? That's a good. Those are ones
Nintendo Switch
that
2
are worth
editions
it.
of The Legend of Zelda Breath
I
of
knew
the
there was
Wild
gonna be
and The
two
Legend
'cause
of Zelda
there was
Tears of
half
the
the screen.
Kingdom feature enhanced
These games
resolution
are
and frame
insane.
rates,
Love these fucking games.
and also support HDR, which makes
Here,
the
let's
image
go ahead
more
and skip a
vibrant.
step real quick. I said I was gonna be labeling. Tears of the Kingdom is my favorite Switch game, and Breath of the Wild is probably second. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
So you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule. using
Actual
Zelda
stuff? Okay,
Notes.
yeah, good. Yeah, adding actual content, I'm fine with
This
it then.
new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices.
The Switch app that no
It's
one
a
uses.
game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
What?
Proceed north.
What? Added a GPS?
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
That's pretty cool too, actually. Save some time by putting PDSP in bottom tier. They're not bottom tier. They're not as good as the original games, but they're not like the worst fucking Switch
We hope
games,
these
I'll be
features
honest
will
with you.
make your adventures
I'm
even
not
more
as
enjoyable.
angry about them as a lot of other people are. Because I think they definitely did some good things at bare minimum.
In Kirby
And I'll
and
explain
Forgotten
when I actually do the
You'll
tier
be
list.
able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo
Ooh,
Switch 2 edition,
like that
along with
too.
improved graphics and frame rates.
We're actually getting more content for these. Yeah,
This story
I
takes
think
place
that this
in
is a
Forgotten
good way of
after
doing
being
like
struck
improved
by a
versions. If
powerful
you're going to
meteor
charge
that
people
causes
for
some
them,
mysterious
give us
changes.
something worth charging us for other than improved graphics.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
You know? First ever Kirby DLC. That's not
Metroid
true,
Prime
because I
4
think
Beyond will have both
the
a Nintendo
Fighters
Switch
game didn't
and
have
a
that have
Nintendo
DLC.
Switch 2 edition.
Okay.
In addition to standard controls, you can use
You get FPS.
Executed
You get it like an
gameplay on
actual
Switch 2.
FPS. That's fun.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, if I was gonna
Enjoy
buy a
smoother
game that was
action
gonna
in
come out
full
this close
HD
to the
at
Switch 2,
120
I would
frames
just
per
buy it
second.
on the Switch 2. I wouldn't buy
Choose
it
from
like
these
the
two
normal
modes,
version.
both of which support HDR.
Unless the normal
based
one is
on your
cheaper.
Preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
Okay. Is the
By
difference
taking advantage
graphics?
of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Yeah, I'd assume that one didn't
The
have many
Nintendo
differences.
Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
You don't know the Switch price, the Switch
And
2
if
price yet, do
already
you?
own the
I do
Nintendo
not.
Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
I think the upgrade
I hope
pack
you're
is
looking forward to these
reasonable
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
as long as it's like
Next,
actually adding
I'd like to
content.
introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
I heard the price got increased. What? Wheelchair basketball? Huh? I feel like this game is just gonna be ARMS, where like you're gonna play it for a little bit and then you're never gonna play it again. It's 500? That's a lot. That's a lot. Are you sure it's 500? Is that like, because that feels like a lot for a portable console. I get they're trying to make it more of a home console than the original Switch was, but that seems like a lot. Switch 2 games digitally are 80? Physically, no, there's no way that's true.
You'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off
There's no
various
way.
moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
Not too sure.
Next, here
That
are some games from our publishing and
sounds
development partners
really
coming
hard to
Nintendo Switch 2.
believe. 70 was a recent price increase, like a fairly recent price increase. Elden Ring? Huh?
This world
What?
is in dire need of repair.
That wasn't what I was expecting to see in a Nintendo Switch broadcast, but
The rays
okay.
of grace that guide you through your burden. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Okay, Tarnished Edition? What does that mean? Does that mean it comes with stuff? Does that mean it just comes with the
Greg Sussman from
DLC?
Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, it's also
Our
coming to
first ever
Steam.
sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens.
I
of
never got
characters
into
from Greek
Hades,
myth
so
in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
I heard it was good, I just never got into it.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。
The Switch 2 is
我々がお届けする
$450.
タイトルはストリートファイター
That's still a lot, but that feels more reasonable, at least, than 500. 500 felt like it way too much.
2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に
Street Fighter 6 on the Switch too, okay.
Years 1, 2 Fighters Edition の
It just comes with all the DLC stuff. Physical games are almost 100 is insane.
スイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。
That's absurd. That doesn't make any sense.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels.
Yeah,
Testing
I don't.
data link with Spine.
I don't know how long that's gonna last. If that's actually, if that's true.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
I don't think they're gonna be able to price many games at that without making actual losses in sales. Because I'm not gonna buy a game for $100 or close to it. It'll be 100 with taxes. I'm not gonna buy it for $100.
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The sovereign axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed.
They better scale it down.
created.
I feel like they have to. Also, I never played the original of this game, so I don't actually care.
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Or else Xbox and PlayStation might get ideas. Yeah,
Hey,
I
this is
don't.
Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to
Split
come
Fiction
to Nintendo
comes
Switch
to it
2.
as well. Okay.
The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio,
I
who
don't
writes
see
sci-fi,
a
and
universe
Zoe, who writes fantasy.
where a lot of people
Together, they get trapped
actually
in their
do
own
that.
stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell
I
you
feel
this,
like
if you
100
like
is
It Takes
pushing
Two,
it,
you're gonna love
especially with
this one, trust
consumers
me.
nowadays.
And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together.
Is that all of them? Are you sure about that? Because that feels like a lot. That feels like a really big jump, especially considering a lot of games are still priced at 60. And a lot of indie games are still priced at 20.
On the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
It Takes Two but Platonic? Yeah, basically.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy
Me and Storm
to
played
Nintendo
It Takes Two and we didn't like it.
with enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions.
To make
You'll
it
be
clear,
immersed in
we
a
are not a
world
couple,
like never
so that might be part of it.
And the new mouse
But
controls
we
on
just
Switch
thought that it
2
was a bad
give
game.
you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced
We didn't
magic
stream it
when
because
Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same
I don't
day
know, I didn't
as
feel like
Switch 2.
streaming it.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Okay, these are a lot of games that I still don't really care as much about. Because a lot of these are either games that are out or games that are coming out. I know a lot of people like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I played Skate 2. That was my only skating game I ever played, and I enjoyed it mostly for the parts where you just like jump off cliffs and then hurt yourself really bad. Oh, she's skating through SpongeBob's crib.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
What is going on? Another familiar agent, so it's probably like a cameo or something, right? Is it James Bond? They're showing like the end of a gun. Probably James Bond. Yeah. Okay.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is
What?
reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition.
Bravely Default?
Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and advancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic.
I'm waiting for the next thing I care about.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remastered.
I feel like that pricing thing can't be consistent. If it is consistent, it feels like it's not going to be be for very long. Because I don't know how many people are actually gonna. I feel like whoever their agent was, it's not gonna go very well for them. I don't think they're gonna keep their job for very long. Whoever decided that, you know. That's all I'm saying, you know? I feel like they've made a bit of a miscalculation
We'll have more games
on what
to show
consumers
from
are
our
willing to
publishing and
get.
development
Then again, I
partners.
mean,
But
the
for now,
upside with
we'd like
Switch
to show a
games is
game
that
being
most of them have
developed
like
in
0
collaboration with
microtransactions at
Nintendo.
the same time.
Please take a look.
Or when they do have microtransactions, they way overvalue what they give you for how much they make you spend on it. Well, that actually depends. It's not even true either.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
Is this Hyrule Warriors
joined
2?
hands
Or
with the
3, I
Hylians,
guess.
who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
I saw that was the same company that
time,
made the other Hyrule
a
Warriors
terrible
games.
evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Yeah, is this Hyrule Warriors, but about the imprisoning war?
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle?
Story leading into Tears of the
Must
Kingdom.
mean this really is the past.
Yep, okay. Well, while we're doing this, Hyrule Warriors was a solid B tier. Good game. Cool. I'm fine with that. I'll explain my thoughts when I actually get through it. That's fun. The only problem I have with this is the fact that Hyrule Warriors was Hyrule Warriors I feel like this one, people aren't going to be as attached to the sages, because the sages were a lot better in Breath of the Wild. But I feel like the only people that anyone's going to care about are Mineru, Rauru, and Zelda.
Koei Tecmo Games, with support.
Well, in the other game, like, all of the guys actually had really, like, were really fun, and we cared about them a lot more. But I feel like a lot of the other characters just came off as they were also there, you know?
And now, some news.
Maybe
about
they'll give
Nintendo
them enough
Switch
depth
Online.
in the actual game to
You can
make them
continue to
impressive,
enjoy
but whatever.
Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
I'm not shocked.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack,
Give us
you
a
can
new...
enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on
Yes.
Switch 2.
Yes.
take a look at
GameCube games. GameCube. GameCube. Yeah! Yes! Okay. Okay, that's a big W.
Online Plus expansion pack will
That's a big
be
W.
classic game library exclusive to
That's big.
Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Give me Wind
Titles
Waker.
that will be available at launch.
Give me Wind Waker.
The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, we're cooking! No way! Okay. So, that might be a game that we stream. That's all I'm saying. Because I've never actually played through Wind Waker, but everyone says it's good, and I really want to play because it's one of the few good, like, 3D Zelda games I never got to play. I didn't enjoy a GameCube. Yeah, I have the expansion pack too. This is a big W. Soul Calibur 2? Sure, why not? That's also fun. Smash Brothers Melee. Smash Brothers Melee. Give us that now.
And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of
F-Zero.
white-knuckle racing at
Okay.
speeds over 2,000
I feel like they're not giving us Smash Brothers yet. They would have given us that with Wind Waker. But Wind Waker's huge. That's big.
Machine customization.
That's a
and
big
story
W.
mode. Get ready to experience
I forgot that F-Zero had a story mode because of Captain Falcon.
in games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can
Yeah, I
play
know.
together locally or online.
Yeah, I could guess that.
Enjoy these classic games.
Just
with
these three
clearer
right now?
image quality
Okay.
and higher resolution than the original releases.
That's so big. That's so
You can
big.
also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Gale of Darkness? That's fucking huge! Original Luigi's Mansion, that's Super Mario Sunshine, but we already have that if you have the Mario 3D All-Stars thing, which I got mostly for Galaxy. But that's big. That's fucking massive. Mario Strikers, the original. Luigi's Mansion, original Pokemon Coliseum.
GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
That's,
Switch 2
yeah,
exclusive
okay.
game library coming to
That's a
Nintendo
good
Switch
one.
Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller.
We already have
will also
GameCube
be
controllers
released.
on the Switch.
It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to
Yeah,
quickly access
fucking
Game Chat.
Coliseum
The Nintendo GameCube controller,
is insane,
exclusively available
too.
for
Coliseum
Nintendo
Gale of
Switch Online
Darkness.
members, will also be available the same day.
make
as
it
Nintendo
compatible with Pokemon Home so we can bring Shadow Lugia to
you're
the other
familiar
games.
with
That'd
the
be
games
insane.
or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
I don't think they would, but that'd be
Of
fun.
course, you can continue to play select games
Yeah, I
from the
guess.
systems shown here
I didn't
on
think you were
Nintendo
gonna
Switch
steal
2.
that away from us.
Okay,
Never used the
let's see
GameCube
some
controller.
more games
I
from
never have
official
either, but I know that they're available. Is it good? Again, I never have. I've never used. I haven't owned a GameCube. Is the thing. It was just before my time. Like we. Whoa! We fucking won! What? What? I thought that was like a generic fucking what? Hey guys, do you think we'll be streaming that one? I have a funny feeling. I didn't realize it was the annoying dog. Yes! A heartfelt journey of humor and friendship. Undertale's parallel story. Deltarune. Oh my god, that's big. There's new shit. Yes. Yes. On launch day.
Hi. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo
Shut up, Borderlands 4. That was the most hype one yet. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. I want to put it in perspective. Undertale is my third favorite video game ever made. It's top 3, and sometimes it shifts to top 2. It just depends on my mood for the day. Undertale is one of my favorite video games ever fucking made, and Deltarune has very successfully held the line of getting up to that standard. So that is so fucking big. And still one of my videos that is one of my favorites and one of my most popular is Deltarune Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. They're still two of my more popular ones.
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025.
Oh,
We'll be sharing a lot
that's
of the game
so
months
fucking
ahead, and
exciting.
There's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis. We're releasing a Nintendo
Bro.
Switch 2 edition of Sid
Shut up,
Meier's
Civ.
Civilization
Shut up, Civi 7. I don't
In
care.
Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people
Holy
throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as
I
Switch
thought that
2.
was like a Rhythm Heaven or an Animal Crossing
Already own the
thing.
Nintendo Switch version.
Like they were like, oh yeah, Rhythm Heaven will be on the Switch too, by the way. Like the one that we announced last week.
And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait
Sorry.
to see you in
I had to. My adrenaline completely fucking knocked me out for a second. That's all that was. So I was not talking. Not because I was taking a bite of my gummy Skittles.
Enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it!
What?
Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
What?
Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top.
This looks like.
Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
This just looks like baby's first survival game.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Ooh. Enter the Gungeon?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited
Hell yeah.
to have you in the future.
I like Enter the Gungeon. That's a good game. What am I looking at? They just started throwing shit at us, and they just randomly threw fucking one of the biggest announcements ever in there with Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. They're like, here's baby game, baby game, baby game, baby game, massive, baby game, baby game, baby game, remaster, 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 massive. Game that's on other consoles, game that's on other consoles, massive. Star Seeker, Astroneer Expeditions. Okay. I won't play it.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red.
We are
CG5
delighted
what?
to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time.
You don't want to. You don't want to do that unless the Switch 2 is on par. Or unless we're saying the Switch 2 is on par with the PS5. You don't want to do that, sir. I think we all remember what happened last time. You put. I think we all remember what happened last time you put Cyberpunk on lower generation consoles. You should probably work that idea back a little bit, just a little. I will say I've played Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a good game. Cyberpunk now, post all of the updates, is a good game. But probably should just be played on the PS5. Okay. Sure. Fun. I could just play it on my PS5. But no. The biggest issue with Cyberpunk was it on lower generation consoles. Probably should just play it on a higher generation console anyway. I love FF7, by the way. The original Final Fantasy VII is my second favorite game of all time. If you wanted to know what was above Undertale. With number 1 being Persona 5 Royal. I love that game. What? What? How many times do they remake this game? It's the same remake. It's not new remakes. But, what? Don't you fucking ask me about what's in my basement. I'll never tell. Huh? What the fuck do you mean 2025? What do you mean just casually throw Hollow Knight Silk Song in the middle of a bunch of random generic announcements? Are you okay? Huh? Huh? What the fuck? Why are they being so casual about these massive fucking indie game announcements? I guess they're not like huge companies. But fucking this game people have been waiting on for like 9 years. And they just casually threw it after some game no one cares about. And between that and Story of Seasons, which we got an announcement for last week. What? No, for the Final Fantasy VII, I'm getting my thoughts back. The Final Fantasy VII remake, it's not that they've remade the game multiple times. They're doing one remake, but the game is too big for them to remake it the way they are in one game. It's a 3-part thing. But they're basically expanding on everything and making it like different parts of the game, turning them into their own games, essentially. It is unironically really good. If you like action RPGs and you like big RPGs where you have to pay attention to the story and stuff like that, I highly recommend Final Fantasy VII Remakes Part 1 and 2. It's Remake and Rebirth. Recommend it heavily. Very good games. Yeah, a lot of these were announced last week, though. I can't believe they just randomly threw... Yeah, no shit. Oh, really? Fortnite's gonna be on the Switch, too? Really? Professor Layton? What? Isn't that new? I didn't think they announced that. Human Fall Flat 2? I think I heard this was coming out. I can't. What the fuck?
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development.
Like Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Please take a look.
Or Deltarune. What the fuck, man? What?
I give you
my blood.
Is this Castlevania or something?
I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Is this a FromSoft game? This feels very Bloodborne-esque. Oh shit, it is. It looks like Bloodborne. What? Is this Bloodborne 2? Why is it on the Switch? Why aren't they announcing it for Sony? Okay, it's not Bloodborne. This is not a hunter. That guy is not a hunter. But okay. I'll need to see actual gameplay before I can be like, yes, greatest fucking thing ever. Though From Software makes mostly hits. Those are all your Dark Souls, your Elden Ring. What the hell? Your Dark Souls, your Elden Ring, your Bloodborne. That's all of them. Oh, it's like a game where you're playing as a vampire? That's kind of cool. Oh my god, what is that thing with its giant fucking ball sack? You'll never be able to unsee it now. You're welcome.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
What the fuck?
Carrier of blood.
I mean, yeah, this just looks kind of cool. We're gonna have to see how it actually ends up playing.
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Duskbloods. So it's a From Software game about vampires. Okay. Hello there, rat with wings.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
That's all they need to say. And then they're just
We'll be
like,
publishing a creator's
it's a
voice
game by
article
From
for the
Software,
game's
and then there's an
director,
entire
Hidetaka
crowd that's like,
Miyazaki.
yeah! Yeah! I'm not one of those people, I'm just kind of like, oh cool. I'll play
We'd like
it.
to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners.
Probably not on stream because I'm bad at those games, but I'll play it.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking
Is
forward
this
to
the
it.
end? Getting close.
Next, please take a look at this.
Please take a look at this. Is this an actual, like... I mean, Kirby's generally fun. It's not like a game that I'm like, oh yeah! But it's, like, I like Kirby. He's a little fella. I don't get as hyped as about Kirby as a lot of people do, but I like Kirby. What the fuck? He put a jet on his star. I know Failboat is in a corner like, yeah! My baby boy! What? Is it a Kirby racing game? You know what? That'd actually be hype. Kirby Air Ride? Wait. Air Ride? Oh! I didn't expect a new Kirby Air Ride. Maybe I suck. I'm not shocked. Well, shit.
Kirby
Yeah, cool.
Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Alright, final one. What are we thinking? What? Why are there squares with faces? Ingot Isle? What? It's a Donkey Kong game! Oh, wait! I saw the little monkeys. I knew it was Donkey Kong. Oh god, with the new redesign. I don't know how to feel about the redesign, I'll be honest. I feel like it'll grow on me, but it's gonna need time. This looks fun. This looks interesting. I can see it being fun. I wouldn't say it's fun yet, just because I don't know how to play, how it's gonna play. It does look like pretty cool though. Like, I could definitely see this being a game that I'd play at least a bit. I probably wouldn't play this one on stream, but definitely looks fun. Not fun. I just said it looks interesting. I'm trying not to like be like, oh yeah, this game looks amazing for everything that gets announced. I'm more excited about the specific things. DK has pants now. I mean, I don't really mind. I don't really care if they give him pants. I don't really know how to feel about the redesign. The redesign feels weird. I think it's more to match with like the Mario movie design, because the Mario movie sold a bajillion dollars, but like still. I prefer normal DK. But I guess the redesign makes him look more friendly, I think is the idea. Donkey Kong Bonanza. They have an actual release date for this one.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Oh. That's way sooner than I
Here are the
thought.
hardware options that will be available at launch.
So
We'll
Deltarune
release
Chapter
Nintendo
3 and
Switch
4 will
2,
be launched on June
as well
5th.
as a bundle that includes a digital version of
That's
Mario
not
Kart
shocking.
World.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
For more details,
They did
please
that with
check
Mario
the
Kart
official
8 too.
Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
Okay.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Alright. The talks about pricing are concerning, though. I'm hoping that pricing thing isn't for all of them. I'm not going to look it up right now on stream, because I know I'm just going to find a bunch of shitty articles by, like, all of the set websites that are like, the pricing is out of control! And, like, I get it. I know. I just don't feel like doing that right now. Anyway, let's go over this list. This list I gathered, I just looked at my Switch 2 my Switch 2, you were talking about it the whole time. I just looked at my Switch library and just kind of scrolled through, looked at all the games that are only on the Switch and that I remember playing a lot of. Maybe there might be some on here that I haven't played enough to really rank. But for the most part, these are ones that I've enjoyed to a certain extent. So we're actually going to be ranking these as I felt about them now that the Switch one is, well, officially seemingly going to be the former console. They're probably going to continue making games for both the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. I doubt that they go, like, go full on abandon the original Switch, because I don't think they'll be able to get enough people to buy the Switch 2 immediately. Though, who knows? It's Nintendo. They push so many numbers that it's insane. We'll see. But, let's go ahead. Let's go over this, and I'll talk about my reasons for each listing, and then we'll end stream there. Thankfully, for Totodile, I know that we were talking about trying to get a shiny one. It's like the 3DS. Yeah, I could see it being like that. Where they make, like, a few things for the bigger one, but I don't know if it's going to go, like, all the way. And maybe they're going to try and make it, like, gradually push people away from the Switch 1, but I don't know if they're going to go all in on it, like they've done for previous console generations, just because people are a lot less willing to buy consoles nowadays, especially with how bad inflation has been getting. But let's actually go over these. And just to let you guys know, for the Totodile, I'm not going to be able to catch one in Scarlet and Violet. It's just not going to be feasible. I'm going to just get one through Pokemon Go and transfer it, because that's way easier. I think my brother actually has an extra one in Pokemon Go, so I was going to just get him to trade me one of those and then just transfer it up, so I'll have it when ZA comes out. But let's go over these. So first off, I put Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild up here. I put Tears of the Kingdom slightly higher because Tears of the Kingdom has essentially just infinite options. You can play the game however the hell you want. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is probably one of the most expressive games that is like an adventure game ever made. And I think that definitely speaks numbers to why it's so high up for me, personally. Breath of the Wild is obviously still great, though. It's still a very good game for, like, creativity and stuff. It's just Tears of the Kingdom is, like, limitless with how crazy good the Ultra Hand is. I've learned how to do speedrunning tricks in both games just because it makes the game more fun and you can move around quicker and stuff like that. And it's generally just a good experience to play either one now. I don't have Mario Odyssey on here. Do I? I do not. Did I not get an image saved? We'll just get this one. There we go. Yeah, I didn't have Mario Odyssey. Alright. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. I had that at B because I actually enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. Like, I know there's a lot of people who don't really care for the Hyrule Warriors, the Dynasty Warriors type gameplay. It's just dumb fun. Like, it's not too crazy difficult. Story-wise, it's not amazing, but, like, it doesn't need to be. It's just kind of you throwing shit around and just blowing things up a lot. Generally a good game, and, you know, they had some story elements to connect to Breath of the Wild, so you had something there if you were looking for some type of story. I'm going to go ahead and put the next S-tier game up here. Well, there's a lot of them, actually, on this list. This is not going to be a very low list for the most part. Mario Odyssey is the best Mario game ever made, in my opinion. I've gone back and forth between Mario Odyssey and Mario Galaxy, but Odyssey is just so damn good. Odyssey is fucking fantastic. If you don't like Mario Odyssey, I don't like your opinions, generally. It's just so free. Like, it's absurd how free you can be in that game, and how easily you can express yourself with the movement. The speedrunning tricks. Most of the speedrunning tricks in Mario Odyssey feel like something that are like it feels like you're intended to be able to do some of them even. Like Snowdram feels like it is to a certain extent intended. And I've actually learned how to do some of these tricks just because they're fun to do. Because the movement is fun in the game. Like, it feels free and it feels correct. Another S tier, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I don't really think I need to explain myself. This is the only game where you can have Sans, the skeleton, fighting against Banjo-Kazooie. Like... You can have a creeper killing Mario. I don't think I need to say anything else. I'm gonna try and shoot through these real quick because that was a longer direct than last time's. We'll go ahead and get another S tier out of the way. Mario Kart 8. I play so much Mario Kart 8. I'm hoping Mario Kart World is good enough to actually pick it up. Especially if it's actually going to be for that price tag that we were talking about earlier. But like, it's just so good. The DLC with the expansion pack was so worth it because it basically just doubled the game content. Like, added a bunch of new, like, drivers and then also added so many more tracks, it's insane. It added Coconut Mall, which is all I needed to put it in S tier as well. There's gonna be a decent amount of S tier. So I'll go ahead. I'm gonna have to think about how to drop some of these. But this one's not getting dropped. This one's actually going here. I'm an RPG fan generally, as told by my top 3 favorite games of all time, as I told you guys earlier. Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door is fan-fucking-tastic. That is a great game, and the remake is so worth playing. The only reason it's even on this list is because the remake doesn't even change that much, but the little bits that it changed just make it better. And it's just a good game. It is so worth playing. If you have a Switch, I would recommend playing. Every game that I put in S tier on this list is a game that I'm like, if you have a Switch, you should play this game. That is what it's going to be. If there's any game that is put into S tier, it is a game that I think literally anyone should at least try out. So I guess I should go ahead and put the next game in S tier. And this one might be a little controversial, depending on your opinions. Mario Wonder is almost as good as Odyssey, in my opinion. That game is very fun. I know that game is trippy as hell and very strange, but it's so fun, man. I 100%ed that game. It's so good, unironically. Like, no jokes even. It's just a great game through and through. Very fun, very good 2D Mario movement in terms of the actual, like, movement engine. It feels nice. The power-ups make you have a lot more free abilities, essentially. Because the power-ups let you actually, like, some of the power-ups let you actually straight up skip stuff in the levels, which I think is always a good thing to have that's intended. Or even if it's not intended, if it's something that you can do and they're fine with it, I think that's a good improvement to the game. And now we're gonna get to the ones that I think are I play them and I would personally recommend them to people, but it's not one that I think is a must play for people on the Switch. Like, it's one that's like, yeah, it's a good one. I'd recommend it if you had the extra, you know. If there was a game, if you've already got some of these top ones, then I'd recommend this is one of the other ones to go for, maybe. And as I said, it's going to get controversial. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a very fun game. Everyone complains about Fire Emblem, especially if you're a Smash Brothers fan. You fucking hate Fire Emblem, probably. Because they keep taking all the goddamn fighter slots. But that doesn't mean anything, because Fire Emblem Three Houses is fucking fun as hell. If you like a good strategical RPG, like if you like strategy in games like that, Three Houses is one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, give it a shot. It's pretty good. I'd only really recommend, you know what? I'll bump it down. Because if I'm going off of how I'd recommend it to people, I'll bump these two down then. Because I would only really recommend this if you like the genre. But I would recommend this regardless. The only thing I would say is if you had a Wii U, then I wouldn't. Then, you know, the Bowser's Fury isn't really worth the full purchase for it. But Mario 3D World is a very fun game. I really like that game too. I didn't ever have a Wii U because the Wii U, everyone thought it was like an accessory, and then by the time we realized it was a full console, we just didn't feel like getting it. So most of the Wii U games that I have played, I played the Switch version, or I played like at a friend's house. But I ended up getting 3D World because I heard it was one of the good ones that was worth getting. And yeah, it's very good. It's a very fun Mario game. Over Odyssey and Wonder, I would not say, but still good. Let's go ahead. Let's get to another one that I'd recommend to people. Mario Maker. Yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, it's pretty easy, right? Like, Mario Maker. You just play Mario levels that people make. You literally have an infinite amount of Mario levels to play. You know? If you have a Switch Online membership, yeah, you should play Mario Maker. It's fun. You can make Mario levels. You can play Mario levels other people make. Not really much to it that you need to add to that, I'd say. Another one I would say is Legends Arceus. This is the best Pokemon game on the Switch. I like some of the other Pokemon games on the Switch, but this is the best one. Legends Arceus easily. And I'm hoping ZA lives up to that standard that Arceus set. Because Arceus is a great video game. And I would recommend it to anyone who even remotely likes Pokemon to play Arceus. Because it's very fun. It's very different. The, like, actual story isn't, like, insane, but it never has been in Pokemon. But, like, I actually paid attention during parts, which is better than I could say for most Pokemon games. The actual gameplay is actually... It feels almost like what you would expect from, like, a Monster Hunter game. But it's in Pokemon. It gives you... It's a very different feeling than you would think from a Pokemon game. And also, this was the most recent game to actually have the shiny sound when a shiny spawned in the world, so... You know. If you're a shiny hunter, and you don't want to have to pay close attention to the colors of all the Pokemon around you, this isn't a bad one to do that on, you know? If you have bad eyesight but good hearing, that's all I'm saying. Another one I'd put up here is Mario Party Jamboree. Just a good Mario Party game. It's not like the best Mario Party game, but it's one of the better ones they've made in a while. And it has Pauline in it, so that's bonus points. Bonus points. Anyway. I think from here we get to the stuff that's a little more niche, in my opinion. No, that's not true. Metroid Dread I'd put up here too. Metroid Dread is a fun game too. Love that game. But that's... No, I'll put it back here because that's another one that's like, if you like the genre, play it. I would say Mario Tennis Aces more belongs up there. Very fun little like game to play with a friend or something. Even if you're not like a big fan of tennis, you don't really need to be a big fan of tennis to enjoy Mario Tennis. Because it's barely tennis. And I'll say the exact same thing for Mario Golf. You don't need to be a big fan of golf to like Mario Golf, because it's barely golf. If you play on the right modes, you can play to where it's more a Mario game than it is a golf game. If you've played the game, you understand what I mean. I'll go ahead and also put Kirby up here. Again, I'm not like a massive Kirby fan, so I'm not gonna like gush. I'm gonna try and keep my explanations brief for some of these ones, especially ones that I'm not like, oh my god, that's one of my favorites. But I definitely recommend Kirby Forgotten Land to someone who, like, if they're like starting out gaming and they don't have, like, they already have the essential games in my opinion, I would be like, yeah, you could play Kirby. That's a good one. Even if they're not just starting out, I'd say, yeah, that's not like a bad game to play. It's pretty fun generally. It's not like a fucking masterpiece, but you know, you're not gonna hate the game. You're not gonna hate playing it. For OBS to tell me I've reconnected. I'm waiting for OBS to tell me I've reconnected. Doesn't say I have yet. This is a lot of frames, OBS. What is going on? Now it says I have. Okay. I just disconnected. I waited for OBS to reconnect. So that'll probably be a cut in the video. Mario & Luigi, though, is a good game. My only issue is that there's a shit ton of dead time. Like, there's a lot of moments where you're just, like, sitting there and you're waiting for things to happen. I just disconnected a second time. That's upsetting. Just because of how the ship works, though, there's a lot of times where you're just sitting there waiting for the ships to, like, actually go down the path, which can get annoying really fast. They should probably just add a feature that, like, speeds it up. Like, get to the next checkpoint already. I don't want to sit here doing rental minutes. This is insane. This is OBS. This is an OBS thing. This is not a YouTube. This is not a thing. Sorry, I was looking at something. Yeah, OBS is having issues right now. This is not my Wi-Fi. This is entirely OBS. I don't know why. It's just randomly disconnected 4 times in a row. But Animal Crossing, man, if you like I don't know how to say it. If you like Stardew Valley, it's just easy Stardew Valley. I guess it's the easiest way to say it. That's my opinion on Animal Crossing. It's easy Stardew Valley, but it's real-time based instead of in-game based. I'm still dropping frames. What is happening? My Wi-Fi just took a crap on this entire stream at the very end. Whatever. This is gonna come across as really dumb in the video, but it's fine. I guess the next thing I'd say is we got some others here. I'll go. You know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and actually do it. Now that I'm looking at the list I made, I added F tier for a reason. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl to anyone. This is going off whether or not I would recommend it to people. This doesn't mean the game is bad. It just means I'm like the only person who likes it. And I don't like it that much. In comparison, the only reason it's F tier is because it's the only one that, in comparison to all of the others, I would put that far down. And only based on my recommendation of it. But, man, that game was not done. There's so many problems with it. I think the biggest thing, if they're gonna make remakes of the old school games and they want to keep the chibi style, they need to do what Dragon Quest did with the 2D HD remakes. They need to do that. And they need to do that for Black and White. Please. As much as I fucking love Gen 4, though, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl were very bad remakes. And they did not come across well. And they should have, if they were going to make a remake, they should have remade Platinum instead of Diamond and Pearl. I don't know why they remade Diamond and Pearl. And not Platinum. The only thing I would give it ups for is I like the way they made legendaries in that game. If I disconnect again, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay, good. It hurt me. I would say that this is around the same tier, though. I think that Scarlet and Violet... Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I think Scarlet and Violet are way fucking better than Sword and Shield. And you can quote me on that. This is for Pokemon games. Here, we'll do this. This is my opinion on the Pokemon games. This one's going to come across as weird, but hear me out on this, right? Okay. So, of all of these, I played Let's Go Eevee first because Sword and Shield had really bad reviews. And when everyone was like, yeah, it's really boring. And I didn't play it initially. And I played Let's Go Eevee, and I really enjoyed it. It was super easy. But that didn't mean it was bad. It was actually pretty fun. Generally. Like, I did enjoy it. I liked the upgrades to Eevee to make it like a powerhouse. So that you actually felt like you should use it still. The rideable Pokemon, the fact that it was the last game with Mega Evolutions in it, isn't that an insane thing to think about? That the last game that they made where you were allowed to Mega your Pokemon was fucking Let's Go. But, yeah. Generally a fun game. And I would recommend it to people. Scarlet and Violet, with all of the performance issues, I wouldn't recommend it to someone unless they really like Pokemon. But if you really like Pokemon, I would recommend Scarlet and Violet. Because, 1, the DLC is fun. 2, the new Pokemon designs, well, some of them are bad, like Flamigo. Some of them are actually pretty good. Like, I like Clodsire, I like the Bisharp evolution, King Gambit. I like Frigibax is okay. I don't think he's like insane or anything. The Duraludon evolution is cool. Ogerpon is one of my favorites. Citadel is one of my favorites. I love a lot of them. I think Finizen is a really cool one, or Palafin specifically. But it's just you have to see past the performance issues. I'm hoping a Switch 2 version of that game makes the performance issues less bad, but I don't think it will happen. Sword and Shield. Only fun if you have the DLC. That's my problem with Sword and Shield. If you don't have the DLC, if you're not willing to buy the expansion pack for Sword and Shield, don't buy Sword and Shield. Straight up. It's boring. It is so fucking boring. I've done Nuzlocke on Sword and Shield, and I just fucking gave up halfway through, not because I was losing or anything, but because I was bored out of my goddamn mind, and I just wanted to fucking play the Dynamax Adventures, because that's the only fun part of the game. It is, unironically, probably one of the most boring Pokemon games I've ever played. And Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, the problem with it is that they took the worst parts of the original Gen 4, and then they remade those, and they didn't remake the better parts. And then I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they kept reusable or one-use TMs. And God, there's just so much that I could say for Gen 4 that Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl like shit on. But the one I would recommend to people the most, just general people, if someone was not a big Pokemon fan specifically, this is definitely the order I would recommend them in. Maybe flip these two, because maybe they could find enjoyment in Sword and Shield if you're not a Pokemon fan. But that is the order for those, at least. And then Splatoon I'd put here too. Splatoon is fun, and with the DLC it's still fun. It just, don't play online. I'm about to DC again. I'm losing frames actively. Why? What is going on today with the internet? I just decided to shit. It's because it's 7:30. It's because bandwidth just got really bad. It's late. So it's just sacrificing me, I guess. Putting me on a goddamn... Okay. Now I can talk. Cool. Okay, no, I can't. Hang on. We'll get there. Eventually. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is happening? I'm gonna lose my mind. With this route. This is stupid. This is dumb. Why is it only doing this now? I'm about to end this. I have 2 games left. Let me finish. Nope. I disconnect. I dropped again. What is happening? I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now. So I'm just gonna do this. And I'll wait for it to reconnect, and I'm gonna say, I'm done. This is the list. Goodbye. Once OBS stops telling me that it's in the red. What the fuck? I'm losing. Oh my god. It says I've dropped 5,000 frames. 15%. Which I'm assuming is 15% of the recent content. Which is a disconnect once when I was actually watching the stream. And now it's disconnecting constantly. Why is it not? What is going on? Alright. Fucking come on. Reconnect. Come on. Okay. This is the list. I reconnected finally. That was ridiculous. If it doesn't actually disconnect me, it's going to come off really funny in the video, but otherwise, yeah, Splatoon, don't play the online. Just like, especially if you have my fucking Wi-Fi, apparently. Luigi's Mansion, fun, but I fell out of it. It was fun, but it got boring. And then Pokemon Snap is fun, but just, you know, it's not something that everyone would like. That's why it's lower. Alright, that's it. We're done. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.